On gents, here we are with my wife's Ninja 636, and today we'll be talking about motorcycle theft, something I unfortunately know a lot about. I've had 3 motorcycles stolen in my times. I've had a Ninja 636 stolen, much like this one, except green, and then I had an S1000RR and a W250R stolen from my apartment block and its car park, which is just over there. I used to live in that apartment there, Flinders Street, right near the Yarra River, near Crown Casino, and I had 2 motorcycles stolen. My 636 was actually stolen from IKEA, of all places. Parked outside of IKEA for about, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Came back out and the bike was gone, never to be seen again. But I'll be explaining how I'm going to attempt to not have this 636 stolen, and what I'm doing to try and reduce the chances of my motorcycles being stolen. Obviously, insurance is very expensive for me. My 636 is about to drop off my 5-year record of motorcycle thefts and insurance claims, so that'll be good. Anyway, let's jump on the bike and I'll tell you about what I've got on this motorcycle that might stop it from getting stolen, or help it if it does. So, I had 3 motorbikes stolen. Now, it's kind of a hard topic, motorcycle theft. It is different in every location. I watched a video by F9, really good motorcycle reviewer, that guy. But he made a video about motorcycle theft, and in his video he said motorcycles aren't stolen in vans and trailers and shit as you would think they would. They're generally hot-wired and then ridden away. I haven't found that to be the case at all in Australia. I've known a lot of people who got their motorcycles stolen, and I've had 3 motorcycles stolen, and almost none of them have been like hot-wired and ridden away. They're pretty much all just been thrown in vans and trailers. It might just be something in Australia. I guess all our police cars have number plate scanners on them, so like literally as soon as that bike's called in stolen, every single cop is scanning your number plate, and if they pick it up, you're freaking dicked. It took them 10 seconds to steal my 636. White van, IKEA, it's on, I have the surveillance footage of them stealing it. 2 guys, freaking, oh, that was close. 2 guys, literally 15 seconds to stop, open up the back of the van. 2 guys, throw the 636 in, jump back in the van, gone. Never to be seen again. White van, they had no plates on the van. Or they might have had plates, but they probably just took them off while they went into IKEA, drove out of IKEA, put the plates back on, and they don't get picked up by cops, and then no one knows that the bike's there. So yeah, 636 was stolen in the back of a white van, and the S1000RR was stolen in the back of a trailer, and my WR was stolen in the back of a ute. So none of them were hot-wired. A disc lock wouldn't have helped them in any way. The guys that stole my S1000RR, they put it in the back of the ute. Behind that ute was a jet ski that they stole, which had a massive chain on it, and they just angle grinded the chain off. So a chain wouldn't have helped you, wouldn't help me either. They would have just angle grinded that and then stolen my S1000RR. So you got to think, like, what do you do then? If the thieves are getting through every security like that. We're gonna have a look to see if they've cleaned up everything from the Formula 1 that's just over here. It should be all back to the normals. But yeah, so this bike, basically, I've always been questionable about GPS trackers, their effectiveness of, they don't stop theft at all, but they could help you recovering the motorcycle after it's stolen. I've always been questionable about it, mainly questionable because I don't really know the technical side of it, how effective they're going to be. And also, what do you do when your bike's been stolen and you are tracking them? What's the next action, and how successful is that going to be? I haven't heard of a lot of cases where people have actually, recovered their bike with the GPS tracker. But I'm keen to try it out. A company, ProTekt, they reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to try our GPS tracker? It's really, really accurate in tracking, and it's really small, and it's made for motorcycles, and it's really great for motorcycles. And it's, a full end-to-end service. They control the hardware, the software, and you know, do the SIM card and all the other stuff. Whereas before, when I actually got my motorbike stolen and I was looking up, you know, what I can do to reduce the chances of it being stolen, I looked up GPS trackers. All I could find were like ones on eBay where you have to like get your own SIM card and, you know, dick around with other stuff, and I didn't really know how to set it up. And they're all like 2G ones, and they're like, oh, I read reviews and stuff, it's like if you're under a tree it won't get signal and shit. So I'm like, what's the point? Like, well, you can just throw a tarp over it and it's going to be, you know, impossible to track. But these guys said, no, this is really accurate. It's a 3G one, you know, it gets signal really well. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try it out, why not? You know, any chance of, you know, lessening the chance of getting my bike stolen, I'm down. So they haven't paid me or anything. I can literally say whatever I want, and I will say anything about the product which I've experienced. I've had it on this bike, my wife's bike, for a bit. I'm about to install it in the MT10, but I wanted to show you the actual device before I put it in and hide it deep into the bowels of the MT10. And it is really accurate. It almost always gets signal. I can't say that it's like, you know, within a meter. Like, I would say it's probably, you know, plus minus 20 meters, you know, which would be, you know, I guess fine. It would tell you pretty much what house it's in if it's been stolen. But if it's in like a series of, you know, storage cages or something, you're not going to know exactly which one, because it's probably plus minus about 30 meters to what I've experienced. But it's always gotten signal, even within my garage, you know, which is like underneath my house and has a metal door. It still gets signal. I can turn the siren on with the app, and I'll show you the app in a second. So it's getting a really good signal, even through my garage, which makes me feel like, you know, if it is stolen, put it in a garage or maybe even in a van or something, it still has the chance of getting signal out. Which is something I don't think is going to work with the Chinese kind of 2G crappy ones. Now the app's really good. It can tell you when your bike's been moved, and you can turn the siren on, and you can actually look at your different route. So even if, you know, nothing to do with your bike getting stolen, you can use it just to see where you are, you know, where you've been riding and stuff, and use it to track your rides and stuff. This is the Formula 1 track, by the way, if you don't know. Melbourne Formula 1 track, and there's usually a lot of police on here, so can't go fast. My mate's lost his license for a year riding fast around here, so I'm not going to. It's all the stands, so still put the stands away. Decent corners through here. Ugh, so want to go fast, but so can't. Yeah, so the app's really cool. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can set like a geolocation and all that other stuff that you'd think about, you know, being able to do in the app.
So I'll show you the actual, what you can kind of see within the bike of the unit, which is not much. You can actually see the siren, which is, where did we put it? Down there. That's the siren down there. Now, luckily, if you're a thief and you saw that and you rip that out thinking you've taken the tracker, you haven't done anything. Is not the tracker. Even if you rip that out and all the wiring, and you rip out the battery and everything, you're not affecting the actual GPS tracker where the SIM card is or the antenna is at all. It is not there. That is way too simple. It is much more embedded secretly in the bike. I'm not going to tell you the exact location, but it is not there. And if you rip out all the wiring, that siren and the battery, it keeps on tracking. It's got an internal battery and will keep on going. But the track is quite small. This is it. So Tekt is the company. So that's the actual tracker with its internal battery. That can be hidden anywhere in the bike. And then the extra bits are just the wiring harness and siren. Still pretty small, good for a motorbike. That siren is really loud and really small. This is the app. This is my wife 636. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it tells you using Google Maps, so it's really easy to use. That's me going around Elwood Park making the video. So it's pretty cool. You know, it's got all the stuff that you want to do with everything. But yeah, works really well.
Say my bike does get stolen and it is tracked. I want to know I don't really know what's the best course of action. Like, you can call the police, but I don't really know how much the police can do with that information. Like, you know, they can't just break down a door of some person's house because they think my bike's been stolen and they think it's in there based on GPS location. Yeah, as I thought when my bike got stolen, I'm like, I wish I had GPS location. I'd just get all my mates together and we'd bloody go get the bike ourselves. Because we're men and we'll punch them and stuff. That would have been a terrible idea, because my S1000RR was actually recovered and it was completely like parted out and destroyed and it was written off, so I never got it back. But I know exactly the people who stole it, and they're not the kind of people you want to break in. They had a meth lab, weapons, say it's my old 390, you know, mate. A meth lab, weapons, including sawn-off shotguns, and they weren't nice people. So no, I probably couldn't have just gone in there with my my 5 nerdy gamer friends and beat the shit out of them. We probably would have gotten killed. So if more people get GPS trackers, the police might get you know, a good procedure, you know, maybe a warrant that they can quickly get based on GPS, you know, accurate GPS data. You know, they're not going to do anything about it unless more people have GPS trackers. So if more people buy GPS trackers, hopefully the police have a quicker way of dealing with, you know, they might have a quick response team where they can actually look at your data and stuff and you know, check houses. I don't know yet, but that's what we're here to find out. In terms of the device, it works really well. It's accurate, it's small, it's hard to find, it'll be hard to remove off the bike. Unlikely that they're going to do that without you knowing. So in terms of the product, it works really well. I'm still iffy on how effective GPS tracking is with a stolen bike. We'll find out when this bike gets stolen. Hopefully not. If you are interested in GPS tracking in Australia, even if it's for, like, you know, you've got a business and you want to track your vans or delivery drivers or something like that, the company also has GPS tracking for that. It's called Tekt, fully Australian company. One of the guys from the company actually came out and helped me install it on the bike. They're really keen on, like, the guy, you know, there's a motorcycle rider and stuff, and you know, they're keen on stopping motorcycle theft. So, you know, they're not just out there to make a quick buck. They're actually interested in stopping motorcycle theft, which is really cool. If you use my little code down below, they'll give you a discount. So there's a paid subscription. The only other thing that annoys me is the accuracy. As I said, it's about plus minus 30 meters, so probably not as accurate as like your phone's GPS, but still pretty good. Plus minus, I would say, you know, maybe 30 to 20 meters. Sometimes it's rock on. Sometimes it's 20 meters off. You know, it's maybe the other side of the road or something. I think it'll be fine for if your bike's stolen. You'll know within 30 meters my motorcycle's here. And obviously it draws some charge from your battery. Now my wife's bike, this is a really low kilometers 2013 636. It literally only has like a couple thousand kilometers on it, and it's still on the original battery. So that battery is now, what, 6 years old. So after like 2.5 weeks of not riding the bike, the battery was kind of dying and wouldn't start it. So it is drawing some charge. Now, I don't know how long that's going to kill your battery with a really new healthy battery, which this bike does not have. I probably will be putting a lithium battery in it, just make it a bit lighter for my wife anyway. Then I'll find out how long it lasts. I reckon probably easily a month before the GPS tracker is going to do, you know, really run your battery down. But yeah, right now with this kind of crappy 6-year-old battery, it's about 2 weeks, and then the bike needs a charger. You know, you generally ride your bike at least once a month, so there's not going to be a big issue, I think. That was a quick little talk about motorcycle theft. One of my things I hate about motorcycles is getting motorcycles stolen. It's like the worst thing in the world, man. A lot of people, when I got my motorbike stolen, they're like, oh, you know, you're so lucky, Tom, your motorcycle's stolen so you could upgrade for free and stuff. No, it was not a financially good thing that happened to me, getting my motorcycle stolen. I have a lot of motorcycles, if you didn't realize, and I pay insurance on every single one, and 2 cars. And every time I get insurance, they ask me, hey Tom, you have anything... That's alright, mate, I'll slow down for you. Have you had anything stolen in the last 5 years? I would say, yeah, 3 motorcycles. And they say, cool, your insurance is quadrupled. So it hasn't been fun for me over the last 5 years. I'm breaking into that car, right? Wait. He's got gloves and he's jimmying open a car. What are you doing, mate? Or is he fixing the car?
No, I think he's trying to fix the car. I think he's putting bog on the car, or like filler on the door. I thought he was trying to steal it. He's wearing gloves, so I thought he was stealing the car. I mean, why would you steal a shitty old car like that when you can steal a fine motorcycle like this?